Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit and I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you gon' wish you shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes my dynasty. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit and I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you gon' wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hate to Pile On. My name is CJ. I'm alongside Christian today. How are you doing today, Christian, my man?
This weekend was pretty fun, except for one event that happened. But other than that, I'm gonna shut my mouth for my team until next year, until we win our first game. I'm just gonna be quiet about that. But I'm doing good, man. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New
Happy
Year
New
to
Year.
you.
The first Hate to Pile of the new year. I just realized that. Holy crap.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to you, CJ. Yeah, man, I'm excited. We haven't done a hate to pylon in a while, so I'm excited. And this year, guys, y'all better be in tune because we got some heavy plans for you guys, and we are ready to strike.
We are. We're ready. We're super excited. First things first, let's get some stuff out of the way before we get too deep into it. So obviously, like he said, we do have some big plans for you guys this year. So one of the plays that kind of started it off for us was the launch of our new podcast, What a Dud, officially out now. So if you are, once you finish watching this and hanging out with us, of course, you can go over to YouTube, our YouTube channel at Hate to Pile On. If you're there now watching, just subscribe while you're here. If you're not, go over to YouTube and subscribe at Hate to Pile On. You can watch the video podcast of What a Dud, new episode coming out again this week. Also, Thursdays will be days will come out, and there will also be some bonus episodes as well. We have a lot in the tank that we talked about already, and a lot more that we have coming up as well. Also, you can watch What a Dud. You can listen to What a Dud on all podcast platforms: Spotify, Apple, Google, whatever you like, your favorite one. And that's kind of one of our biggest projects we got going on. Obviously, now with first, like, a lot is happening. College football is wrapping up. We got one more game left in college football. Tough season yesterday in the NFL with the Bills and Bengals game getting suspended last night. That was very scary. That was a very scary scene last night. And yeah, we got some playoff football, NFL playoff football. We got college football playoffs we're going on right now. What that means we're coming up on draft season, one of our biggest seasons that we do around here. We got NBA season as well. We'll be talking some NBA, some college basketball. So we'll bring on some friends. We'll introduce some new characters this year because I feel like we're going to have a bunch of new characters this year for the
Speaking
show.
of, set my lineup, big dog.
Oh yeah, I only have like one person playing.
Why?
So that's all who's playing tonight for me.
Oh my god! Of course, PG goes crazy. Man, I'm starting to hate
tough.
this, bro. I'm starting to hate this, bro.
Hey, I'm making rockstar deals out here to acquire my boy, the greatest basketball player in the NBA, Luka.
I didn't know
you can't tell me right now. This is a side note.
Not the best player
bar.
in the NBA. He's not.
He's not the best player in the NBA right now.
No.
All right, answer this question for me. Answer this one question.
Trae Young.
You stop hating. Stop hating.
All right. What's your question?
Is Luka better than Trae Young right now?
Yes.
All right, that's all I need to hear.
I'll tell you why.
That's all. I don't even. You gotta say nothing else.
But I want to say why. I want to tell the people why. Let me tell you why Luka is better than Trae Young. First things first, you never hear anything about Luka ever. Don't ever hear anything about him. Second, his size and what he can do. His speed is very offsetting, and it's crazy. Like when he's playing, I'm watching him because basketball's me. So when I'm watching him, I'm like, oh, he about to do a step back. Everybody in the gym know he about to do a step back, but you can't stop it. And that's the thing that goes crazy, bro. And I think this year, honestly, I don't know what it is, but I feel like he got a lot quicker with the ball and is in way more conditioned than anything. I don't know what it is, but he just looks a lot more conditioned. I think if he sheds like 10 pounds and just puts on muscle, like just muscle, he will be scary, bro. He will be scary. But
scarier than what he is right now, because he's a scary motherfucker.
I mean, think back maybe 7 years ago with Giannis. Like you saw Giannis in the gym and he got buffer.
For sure.
Then he just stayed in the gym and got buffer. And you're like, Jesus, how much more rip can this guy get? Like, how much stronger? So I just think if he gets like on like a just lose 10 pounds, maybe 15, puts on some muscle strength, it'll be insane. But yeah, I don't think Luka's the best player in the NBA, but he's up there.
Top three.
Top
2.
Sure.
Top 2, and he ain't 2, because you know why?
I love Luka.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I'm watching that and I'm like, my setup was terrible back then.
Yeah.
And now it's just like
you got it out the mud.
You can see me now clearly. Got the microphone now. Let me pull this down a little bit and fix this guy. But yeah, I could say that about that. I could say he's probably top 3, 4. Yo, Kyrie's been going crazy. Did you see that putback dunk?
Cool. Yeah, I saw that.
Dude, I was like, the
Nets have showed up for sure.
My team is here, ladies and gentlemen. My team is here.
Your team?
Yeah, I'm not claiming my real team until Chet gets back. After he heard himself over the summer, I was like, "Yep, well, pick another team." Yep. But yeah, man, let's get into it. Come on.
Let's get into it. We got all these.
I know you were talking about our new podcast. What a dud! And is it a diaper dandy? Is it a dud or a dandy? You can find us on What a Dud Pod on, I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, YouTube under the Hate to Pile On umbrella, but you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. You can find us on all there. But I got a quick dud or dandy questions for you. I got about 4 of them.
If you are not familiar with the show, this gives you a little taste of what we kind of do on the show. A little dud or dandy. Is it a dud or is it a dandy? Go ahead, Christian.
Non-sports on this one. Uno in your family household. Is that a dud or a dandy? When you play Uno with the people, is that a dud or a dandy?
Playing Uno with your family is the biggest dud out here because motherfuckers be cheating, and I'm not gonna be here for it. Motherfuckers want to change rules at the last second when I don't want to be here for it. It is a bunch of bullshit. It is preposterous. I can't stand it. I won't deal with it. Fuck all of them.
I feel you, man. I'm gonna say it's a dandy, man. You'd be able to argue with people, but the thing is, with my family, we set the rules straight beginning. There's no take backsies. You set every rule out there known to man, 100%. They know, and you've met my family. They're very reserved people, very quiet, reserved people. So they're gonna follow the rules. Me, I'm the outcast of the family. I'm the daredevil, 100%.
Listen, you would fit in my family perfectly because we don't. We're not civil people. Okay, we will yell, fight, scratch, and scream, and we'll fight each other.
100%, 100%.
So it's just like shit gets crazy for some cards.
Geez, man. All right. So next one, the Mavericks winning the Western Conference, winning the West. Is that a dud or a dandy statement?
That's a damn dandy because they're led by one of the best players in the NBA, one of the best young players out right now. If in my opinion, my humble opinion, of course, the Dallas Mavericks won that trade. And Luka is going to lead this team deep and far on the Western Conference. But the Western Conference will be a lot of fun. I mean, we have some matchups set up for a really long time with Ja Morant. Apparently, the Mavericks not on his radar because the only team that's on his radar is the Boston Celtics. So, What you need to, hey, I like you, Ja. I like your job, but don't disrespect the Mavericks like that. But then it also talks about, could the Dallas Mavericks make a run at getting Trae Young as well? How would I be able to handle Trae Young and Luka on the same team?
You be all over it.
I don't think I'll be able to handle this.
You'll be all over it.
I don't think I'll be able to handle it.
You be all over it. Don't even try
But
to play.
That has been a trade discussion, especially with the disagreements that Trae Young has been having with Nick McMillan in Atlanta. So I don't know. We'll see. This should be an interesting trade deadline. But anyways,
this one's for me. DeMar Hamlin, definitely a dandy. His story and how he's gotten to the league and everything, definitely a dandy, and we're praying for him.
Big prayers.
So yeah,
out, man.
It's
also a little really dope. Real quick,
yeah.
It's also really dope how his Toys for Tots, I think his
$3 million, bro.
It got up to 4 today.
It
got up to 4 billion today of people donating. I mean, that's just, you just love to see when people do rally together like this. There is a lot of good in this in humanity nowadays. So that's really nice to see.
100%. All right, so let's get to this other one. Do you want it to be a sports or a non-sports one?
Hey, whatever you got.
The Seattle dog. You know, it's a dud or a dandy.
Oh, I see. I haven't tried it. Hearing it sounds like a straight dud. Seattle dog. It sounds like a straight dud.
If you don't know, people, the Seattle dog is your hot dog bun grilled, and then you have cream cheese, your hot dog, sautéed onions, and jalapenos on top. To me, that's a dandy. You can do whatever you want with your hot dog.
You raw dogging that shit. Ain't no shit to. I don't think.
Don't act like you don't know what raw dogging is. Don't act like you don't know what that is. Yeah. Don't bring Jesus into this. Don't bring Jesus into this conversation.
I brought Christian into this.
Hey, my name Jeb. All right, last one. TCU, dud or dandy?
Oh, I don't want to answer that question.
Oh man,
there's some dandies for sure. Last week they definitely showed a lot. They're a team to be reckoned with, and we'll talk more about them in a little bit. But I do have a question for you though,
Roger. Don't cross that line, CJ. Don't. I will click off of here. You will be by yourself tonight. You will
Dabo Sweetie. Dud or dandy?
You know what?
In 2022.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? After I answer this, we're gonna go into we're just gonna openly talk about the Clemson thing, and then we're gonna be done with it. Okay? I'll give my little spiel, and that'll be it.
Perfect.
Undetermined, because
no. We don't play that. No, you got to determine.
You didn't answer my question.
In 2002. You didn't answer my
question. You didn't answer my question about TCU.
I did. I gave them a dandy. I gave them a dandy because of what they did.
All right. As of right now,
I said 2022. That gives you a little perimeter. For 2022, Dabo Sweetie.
2022, Dabo was a dud, and I'll give you the reason why. My fear came alive, in which, this is what I didn't want to happen, because it's kind of like the Trevor thing and the Kelly Bryant thing, where everybody wants that guy to start, right? Everybody wants that guy to start. Something happens to Trevor. Then we had to go to Chase Bryce to win the game. Shout out Chase Bryce. Would love to have you on here, buddy. Would love to. So that happens, and then you're just blind for a while. And I think with what's his name? With Cade Klubnik, it's like, yeah, he had a great game against North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Great game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a reason why the SEC's defense, big boys, plays no games. You know what I'm saying? And am I a Clemson fan? Hell yeah. Was I talking trash trying to beat Tennessee? Hell yeah. That's just who I am. But the thing is, Cade had one game under his belt. And we're going to say, oh, he didn't even start yet. You know what I'm saying? Even the North Carolina game, he didn't start. He came in after DJ. So when the thing is, oh, the guy in front of me is playing bad and I'm the only option, I could do whatever I want when I want. Don't have any repercussions. Because then if they take me out, it's like, I'm just a freshman. Like this guy's supposed to be better than me. But then when you take that move and you send the guy up, but a guy transfers out because you already laid the lines like, oh, I'm not gonna he's not gonna play. Then you start the freshman guy. Everything is on him. He has no time. He has no room for mistakes. He has no room to fail on missed assignments. He has no room to not be properly prepared for the game. And my thing is, people have to understand when you're the second string quarterback and someone in front of you is supposed to be better than you and they mess up and you're going in, you have no fear. Why? Because if you mess up, the guy in front of you is supposed to be better than you. And the thing with Cade is, I'm not saying he played a terrible game. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But watching this game, I swear to you, this game should have been DJ versus Milton, who can throw the best deep ball through the whole game.
DJ Ugabadugi?
Ugabadugi. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, man, like I'm just thinking, God, we got some fast guys on the perimeter. But a lot of passes, I was like, freshman passes. They were freshman passes. It's different when you come in the game second string. It's different. But I'm excited for Cade. Hopefully he doesn't get the DJ syndrome. You get a little taste of that limelight, and then everything's on you. You don't know how to handle it. But I think DJ's going to do awesome at Oregon State. I don't know why. I just think he's going to have a better feel. I just think he's just going to be able to breathe, know expectations. I think
that
he's
West Coast.
I think he's going to do fine. And yeah, man, it sucks to suck. I mean, it sucks to lose that game, but hey, we win 11-3.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that. Better than a lot of people's records. And for Jawan to come on Facebook and dog us like we suck, right? It's funny because his team lost in the same day. But he had nothing to say about that. It's crazy these Gamecock fans worry about you more than their own team. It's crazy. And no one said anything bad about them. Personally, I was just like, hey, even when South Carolina beat us, right? I didn't say anything bad. All I said was the quarterback play should have been a little better. And we should have made better decisions. But they won. Even when all y'all got on there and started playing the songs and whatnot, I was turning up with y'all. I was taking everything that y'all threw at me. I can't be upset. We lost. What can I say? What can I speak of? But it's okay, though. But we can get into it now about the other teams. But that's all I'm going to say about Clemson. Clemson fans, be chill, be patient. Things are coming to us. I project us to be in the top 10 next year, hopefully. I don't project us to be in the top 5. They put us in the top 5. Jesus Christ. Stop doing it to us. Let's be in the top 10 because I think next year is 12 team.
2024 is 12 teams, so we got one more season.
One more year. So yeah, put us in the top 10. Let us work for it, man. Let us work for it. I think right now my expectations are away from the going to playoffs every year. I just want to be a 2-1 loss team a season now. That's all. I'm happy with that. As long as our record is better than South Carolina's record, I'm fine. I'm cool with it. Because I'm being real. Because before that, I was just like, we're going to the playoffs every year. It don't even matter what South Carolina's doing. But now, you just get humble and now you're backing up because, is the dynasty still there? I don't know. I think our quarterback play, like our quarterback, if we had in the past, good. Running back, good. Tight end, good. Defense, still solid. But we just don't have any dogs at the receiver, man.
Yeah.
We went from Sammy and D-Hop to Martavius Bryant, right? That's it, right?
Yeah, Martavius Bryant.
Yeah. We went from
Mike Williams,
Artavius Scott,
T.
Higgins. What's Amari Rogers, Hunter Renfrow? Like we had Jordan Leggett as our tight end. We had some dogs, man. We had some dogs, and now it's like, name me some of our receivers.
Shit, I couldn't even do it.
Joseph and Ngata.
Bo Williams.
He's gone, bro. He's transferring out. I think he's transferring out.
Yeah.
And then you got Joseph and Ngata. You got Bo leaving, I think maybe. or maybe he got injured. I can't remember. But Antonio Williams, that's all we got. Number 0. And it's just like, we don't have that. So who can we pass the ball to if we don't have guys who, you know what I'm saying? Because for a while, I'm not saying we were wide receiver but we were in the top 3 for wide receivers, 100%. We had some dogs.
Yeah, I had a little run for sure.
But taking expectations back, I'm just going to evaluate this season. I'm going to watch some of the old films of this past season. Let's see what's going on. But yeah. But let's get into it. I'm ready for it. You, my man, we could talk about it first. How about those Bulldogs, baby?
How about them dogs, baby? Woo! Listen, man.
You mother.
That game was It was tough to watch. It was tough to watch. Like, I can admit, like, listen, we talked about this when we did our preview for this show, right?
Right.
Teams like Ohio State always scare me because I don't feel like a lot of years Georgia is not built to come back from behind, right? And the fact that they were able to pull off one of the biggest comebacks in the fourth quarter in college football playoff history proved me wrong, and I'm glad they did because it was tough. Like, Ohio State came out fast, and they were ready. Like, when I said in the videos on TikTok, hate to follow us, it was Ohio State versus everybody, and they truly meant that when they came out the gate. And they were hot. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. is a dog. Like, he is really fucking good. And, he went crazy in the first half. Not so much the second half. But we kept responding. We had a couple missed field goals that kind of really messed up the momentum early. But this team kept fighting, stayed close, tied it up at 21. Then it was a little bit of a run that Ohio State made. And then we just kept hanging on into the fourth quarter to where you show good teams from elite teams, you find a way to win. And you wear teams down, you be resilient, you make the right plays, you make the right calls. Even it comes down to coaching. It comes down to every single body you need to make sure to get yourself to a national championship. And even with the play that Kirby Smart had, when he recognized there was a fake punt that could have really changed his whole game, he was able to call a timeout to prevent us from giving up that first down. Like, huge plays, like everywhere around the ball, big time plays. Adonis Mitchell is one of our best wide receivers. Missed the most of the season due to some injuries. Lad toughed it out for that 2-point conversion. He's suffering with like a bruised knee, and he got both of his knees fucked up right now, and he's still toughing out, thugging it out. And I love the fact that we're not relying on just one guy. Brock didn't have the greatest game, but our wide receivers stepped up, and I think that was great.
About time.
Darnell Washington,
because they've been MIA for a couple of years.
It hasn't been great. Like, George Pickens, obviously, but the last couple of years he's been dealing with injuries. Before that, it was Michelle Mitchell. What else? Who else is it? Mikael Hardman. Like, not a lot of studs, but we have some dogs coming in now. We got some 4-star. We got 3 4-star wide receivers coming in the early draft class that look really good, really speedy. Also, we got some fresh guys coming up as well. So I'm super excited for this wide receiver class that we got coming in next season, especially for Carson Beck. What's up?
I'm pretty sure Dabo picked up somebody in the portal.
Stop the lying.
I look it up. I swear to God he did, bro. I promise you he did. Dabo portal. Who did he pick up in the portal?
Dabo might be starting to get some memory issues or something.
I don't know, bro. I think he realizing, we need people.
We need people. Yeah, you motherfucking need people. You need wide receivers. You need offensive linemen. Don't block your blessings, right?
Hey, go! You better go out there, bro. Go out there and try out. Walk on, baby.
I'm all right. I'm good. Yeah. I don't want to play for Dabo. Listen, we play because we big in NIL too around here. You know what I'm saying? God's name it.
Boy said Joel Swingstein.
Yeah.
Slick. Let's go.
That shit was hilarious. Oh, wait, no.
I swore he picked up somebody.
Let's see, 2023. Yes, a quarterback, Paul Tyson, former 4-star from Arizona State, and that's about it. EJ Williams is going to the transfer portal.
EJ Williams. That's Bo. No, that's not Bo Collins. That's not Bo Collins. I think EJ was the one I was thinking of.
Let's see. You guys are lost to Billy Wiles, 3-star quarterback to what school is that? No idea what school this is. Off the logo. Southern Miss, maybe? So, yeah, that's the Clemson. Clemson got a quarterback. Maybe this is insurance policy for Cade? I don't know.
Yeah, from Alabama. Is that the guy from Alabama? He's from Alabama. Is that the dude I'm thinking of? The number 2 dude?
Who?
He's the quarterback is from Paul Tyson is former Alabama. Former Alabama and Arizona State QB Paul Tyson. Ooh, I thought it was that number 2 dude.
I was looking at somebody else.
When Bryce got hurt, that fast dude number 2.
Yeah.
I thought it was Buddy. I was like,
Milrose.
hey, Cade, I'm sorry. Go ahead and transfer out now. I don't care what arm that guy has or doesn't have, but
he
Buddy
has a
can
rocket,
run.
but he got to fine tune that thing. Like he can rip it. Milrose. I mean that dude fast as shit, and like dude look like a linebacker, bro. Like he literally built like a linebacker. I remember when he came in for Bryce Young this year. This boy had no tape on his wrist. He had no gloves, no nothing. He just came with shoulder pads, big, broad as fuck.
He came for business. He knew what was going on.
He looked like he wasn't going to play. Like he looked cool. He had no kind of swag. He just hit that ball.
And then what happened?
I was like, God
man,
damn!
I gotta rewatch that right now.
I'm excited. I'm very interested to see who's going to be the predecessor to Bryce Young next year. I mean, obviously,
what's his name again?
Jalen Milrose. I'm pretty sure it's spelled like Milrose.
Yeah, and versus Arkansas, ain't it? I think it was Arkansas they played when he went crazy.
I think so.
Yep, there you go. Yep.
Hey, shout out to KJ Jefferson coming back for another year. And that's really excited. His backup left, who wasn't really that good anyway, because he could not throw the ball to save his life. But he was fast as shit. But he also was very small. He didn't have enough size, as girth as Milrose does. So I'm very excited. I'm so excited for my draft board this year. I'm going all crazy for the draft this year. Once I get everybody who's going to declare my top quarterbacks, because I got a couple quarterbacks that might jump. My list is going to be very different than a lot of people's lists. Because
we ain't talking about NFL right now, because
I'm talking college. College quarterbacks going to the NFL, but mostly college.
What's crazy is I'm in the Super Bowl, right? And I'm waiting for T. Higgins to play, and we all know what happened yesterday. So
yeah, that's a tough situation.
Yeah, bro, and it's just like weird because it's like I want to give Tucker a chance because this is like he's supposed. I do. I don't want to just take it because
you want to win.
I do. Yeah! I do want to win, but not on the accord of someone.
For sure.
If that happening.
But here's the question: would you rather just start a week, like start again next week, or do you want to wait until if they reschedule that game to where it's fair? Like, what do you think is more fair? Because obviously you can do it again, but then like the people who had these good weeks, you can always average out. Like we can average out these 2 weeks as well to make it even fair. To, like,
but that'll be 3 weeks. But then I'll be 3 weeks.
Oh, it's already been 2 weeks. That's true.
Yeah.
So I mean, since it's already been 2 weeks for that, I think it should be over. If it's a 1 week playoff game, which is like in standards with Jonathan and Andre.
Hold on. Product updates. Given the unprecedented circumstance, we will be scoring week 17 as is. If the NFL resumes the game at a later point, there will be an option for the commissioner to rerun week 17. This is an option, not the default. Our prayers are with DeMar Hamlin. I just got that. And as of right now,
You won.
I
So it's like a point
am.
correction. It's like a point correction that could last for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Would I rather them? You can't even go into week 18 seeing what week 18 looks like.
Jonathan would have to change that.
Yeah, because I want to know who my players play. Golly. Who's my other quarterback? Kirk?
Jeez.
Oh, brother.
Talk
My two
about
quarterbacks
fraudulent.
play each other. My two quarterbacks.
So, yeah, I mean, look, take the dub.
And I'm pissed because Mike Evans pissed me off. Pissed me off.
Stupid last week, boy.
52 points. Amari Cooper benched him. Got 27 points.
Who'd
And then you know
Amari
me,
Cooper for?
I started Hassan Haskins, got me 7, and then Jerick McKinnon, 22 points. Golly.
Yeah, that's a tough season.
I just picked the worst week to just not think, but I think personally, bro, Vontae Adams showed up for me. Christian McCaffrey did and everything. It's just out of respect for the game, I don't want it to end like that. But Tucker has not raised hell yet. So
I think it's okay because this is Dynasty. Because of the fact that it is not a one-season league. And plus, I think also we don't have too much on the line for it. So
100%.
I think that's why it's not as crazy besides draft position. So,
100%.
For standards, I got to figure out because I'm the commissioner of that league. I got to figure out what I want to do for that, which I'll talk to Jonathan and Andre, see what they want to do.
So let me ask. So they had players playing in that game? That's the thing.
I don't even know.
I'm saying that's what you need to check. If they didn't have players playing in it, then whoever won.
Because I know in my family league, I had people playing. I had a lot of people playing in that game, actually. I got Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. But I still won. But it don't feel right,
It don't, bro. Because that whole time I was just like, during that whole thing, I was like, all right, man, you got this. Come on, get up. And then I saw how like progressive it was. Like, oh, dang. And then like I saw like when he said the CPR thing, I was like, oh, dude, they're not finishing this game.
When I heard CPR, I was like,
dang, dude. I was like, dang. But let me ask you a question.
Yeah, we're good. We're good because
you should be fine, bro.
They had nobody in those teams. So yeah. Congratulations to Andre, my brother, for winning. This is hilarious. In our family league, he finished dead ass last place. And I won the championship. Shout out to me. And then this league, he won. And then I think me and him played each other in the dynasty for third place, which he beat me for. So I'm fourth place, got the fourth pick in the draft. So
jeez. Tough. Hey, so that means I have the first pick?
What?
Because you said you got fourth place, so you got the fourth pick. Well, how does that work?
Yeah, because all right, so first
there's 8 of us. There's 8 of us.
Yeah, 8.
So
I'm like in the middle. Yeah, which sucks. I'd rather be third so I can get closer to the thing, whereas I gotta wait the longest.
I'm glad to be last because it's Snake. I got to go back to back.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm excited.
You want to be either
100%, bro. So let me ask you this, man. Do you think Stetson Bennett is top, if not the best, but top 3 quarterback or top 2 quarterbacks in Georgia history?
Oh, he has probably one of the best stories.
We didn't ask that. We didn't ask for best origin story. This ain't Spider-Man. We ain't talking about all that. This is not What I Dud. All right, we ain't talking about none of that. By the way, What I Dud is our new podcast and talking about movies, and we're reacting to movie trailers and doing movie reviews and show reviews and album reviews. So check us out on What a Dud Pod on Twitter and What a Dud Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and on YouTube if you want to see the video version of it. And that is going to be under Hate to Pile On, and that'll be under our umbrella. But yeah, back to it. One of the greatest quarterback, top 2 or top. What do you rate him as?
See, okay,
as in football you've seen. I don't care about the history in the back. Like I don't care about history that we were never a part of. I'm talking about
football that I've seen, right? So I really started becoming a fan of Georgia since like 2007. So that's around. So that's Matt Stafford was there. He's like Matt Stafford, Joseph Moreno were like the 2 guys. I was like, wow, AJ Green, like So obviously Matt Stafford's up there for being most talented because he was the number one pick in the draft. You got other quarterbacks that I saw, Joe Cox. Why am I blanking on his name? Aaron Murray. Aaron Murray has a lot of records, been in for 3 years.
Ooh, I forgot about Aaron.
Jake Fromm.
No. I hate Jake Fromm. Jake Fromm from State Farm. No, don't like.
No, he's not good.
Just think like he never had an arm, and I felt bad for Georgia. I really did. I felt bad for you guys because you guys could have had something great, and Jake Fromm held you guys back. Now, great leader, great speaker, great teammate, great guy to be around, but he ain't quarterbacking for my team. No disrespect. I'm just saying he's not doing. But I understand a lot of his receivers were always hurt, and a lot of his receivers. Something always happened with the receivers for some reason. Someone got in trouble. Top guy is hurt. Second string guy gets hurt. Third string guy gets hurt. And I'm like, geez. But no.
No, I get it. Like that situation with Kirby Smart definitely could have handled it a lot better. And I think that was one of his first big mistakes as head coach, right? First time head coach.
100%.
But obviously, like, you wanted to show, like, it's kind of like the thing. It's kind of like with Dabo, right? Dabo and his loyalty to his quarterback. And so he wanted to show loyalty to Jake Fromm, and I get it. I understand. We obviously know, like, he's not the most talented of the quarterbacks, but, like, he beat out Jacob Eason. He was competitive. He did what he had to do. He got us to like the national championship game. So it's like
100%.
Great. But, you know, obviously not a lot of hindsight. Also, we wasn't set up to run the offense with him right. Like, we didn't really build around what Justin Fields could do properly. And so it was just a bad feel. But I think Kirby got better from that situation. I think he learned from it. And, like, we'll see going forward. Because, like, that's the thing, too. Like, Stetson Bennett had to earn it, right? Like, he had to,
100%.
like, he wasn't – both seasons, all the seasons he was there, he wasn't the first option. Even the year that he took over, the year after, it was like his second year. It was him, and this is the Jamie Newman year that he was supposed to show up. Jamie Newman, like, I don't know what happened. I still don't know what happened with Jamie Newman, to be honest. And then Robert Mathis, not Robert, it's something Mathis. He was a quarterback. He transferred to Temple. He was QB1 to start the season over Stetson Bennett because they wanted to go to more of a quarterback who can move a little bit more, go to some read options, but he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. He wasn't that, like, he had a lot of issues, but Kirby gave the opportunity to Stetson Bennett. He took it and he ran with it. And, you know, Stetson Bennett was our guy. And then the year after that, Stetson was – then we had JT Daniels transfer. So everyone's like, oh, hey, JT from USC is going to be a dog for us. Like, and, you know, but then he show up, wasn't really healthy. And so it was kind of like a weird season with him. And so it was just – he just kept earning it. And he just made plays. He beat out JT Daniels for the job, and he never looked back. And so it's like you want to reward that loyalty for a guy who's battled, who's fought. Because a lot of people, like me included, I can confess, I didn't want him back this year, to be 1,000% honest.
Yeah, but it's the Quavius.
But then he groomed into such. I mean, obviously, 25 years old. He groomed into a dog, and obviously, he's been around the game when you've seen it. Like, you should. This is what you should do as a 25-year-old playing quarterback in college. Still, you should be able to dominate. You should be able to play well, keep and get your team doing what it's doing right now.
Right.
And I just think he understood that he isn't the best player. He knows his role, and he knows he doesn't want to let his teammates down. That's why I think ultimately you can't hate Stequavius Bennett. And with that being said, he's probably 2.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
He's probably 2.
Right.
I just have to keep Matthew Stafford I don't know. We'll see. What happens? National championship this year would change my rankings because if he does win this national championship, going back to back winning national championship, I can't. He has to be the best quarterback in Georgia history that I've seen.
All right.
Because no other quarterback has won national championships. Like our last national championship before last year was 1983, if I'm not mistaken, or 87 in the 80s. It was a long ass time ago. And so the fact that he was able to do it twice, and especially being a walk-on, like that's one of the greatest stories. Plus, he played really well this year to become.
They're gonna make a 30 for 30 on that guy.
Oh, for sure, they should. Call me up, ESPN.
Next question about your Bulldogs, and I don't want to hear any explanation. I want rapid fire. Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
All right, fine. Because he's gonna try to get people to come for me.
Nah. You should do that on your own.
All right.
3. I forgot we can do stuff on here, like the memes and stuff on here. I forgot we can do that now. I'm so used to what it did for a minute. Like I'm so used to it. 3 greatest quarterbacks. I mean, three greatest running backs to come out of Georgia. Go from 3, 2, 1. Go. I don't want to hear inflation. Are we
still
see it through, my boy?
Are we still talking about this? I can't say Herschel Walker, bro.
No.
Like
people that you've seen, people that you have seen in your era.
It's mostly just because what the fuck he's been doing right now in Georgia, bro. That's just bullshit. I just can't give him that props.
Go ahead. I need your 3. I need name, and then we're gonna move on. Name number 3, 2, 1.
Damn, this is tough.
Go ahead.
Oof. Okay. Fuck. I don't know who's. I'm gonna go Sony Michel 3.
Okay.
Todd Gurley 2.
Wow. Okay.
And Nick Chubb 1.
I'm gonna say Chubby. Okay.
Yeah. That was tough. That was really tough.
All right. Cool.
But like Chubb and Sony Michel was a great 1-2 punch. Sony Michel was just explosive, electric. I mean, Todd Gurley was a dog. Noshawn Marino was up there too. That's why I was really debating with. He was really good. But
you want to know my 3?
Yeah. Who are your 3?
For Clemson?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Clemson for sure.
3 gotta be
Wayne Gallman?
Yeah, Wayne Gallman. Gotta be.
Okay.
2, CJ Spiller.
Ooh.
And then like one's gotta be Travis.
Travis Etienne 1. I like that.
Because he was just bro, when he stepped on the scene, bro, you just saw him, bro. He was just going crazy.
What's that other big one? Was it
You talking about Lightning and Thunder? CJ Spiller and someone else. I can't remember his name right now. I'm tripping.
I don't care. The greatest running back out of USC, Carolina, Marshawn Lattimore. Or not Marshawn. Marcus Lattimore.
I was like, bro, what? You had me tripping, bro. I was like, Marshawn Lynch went there, and I was like, Lattimore. I was like, what? Yeah, bro. Hey, before that knee, he was going crazy, bro.
Bro, he still got drafted.
He's tough.
Which is crazy. Which is respect. It's big respect for the 100%.
All right.
Oh, no, so, Andre Ellington?
CJ's better than him. Wayne, I think Wayne's better than him. I think Wayne started the revolution of like guys who were fast but had power to them, could run through tackles a little bit.
James Davis?
No.
Fair.
Now that we're on this, your 3 wide receivers, bang, bang, bang.
For who?
For Georgia.
Obviously my 3 are AJ Green 1.
No, you gotta go 3, 2, 1. Come on, make it fun for the people.
All right, sorry. Here, 3.
Look at you, don't know what to do. Look at you, fumbling. Look at you,
Adonis Mitchell. He's a dog.
I almost thought you said Creed, boy. I don't know what was going on with that one. All right.
2 George Pickens,
Okay.
and 1 is AJ Green for sure.
I got Mike Williams.
Ooh, hey, I bet me and Jonathan met Mike Williams in Myrtle Beach right before he got drafted.
So Mike Williams. This is tough, bro. This is tough. I want to say DeAndre Hopkins, but DeAndre Hopkins was just like he was a guy, but not the guy. Because I think he was there with Sammy, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, they both were there at the same time.
So it's
Sammy got all the exposure, but Nuke was still balling.
He was catching
though.
everything. He caught everything.
He got the disrespect, and he turned out to be, honestly, I say he turned out to be the best wide receiver out at Clemson.
Yes. But at Clemson, I got Mike, D-Hop, and Sammy Watkins was just...
Sammy Watkins okay. Sammy Watkins overrated. I think Sammy Watkins
not at Clemson. Not at Clemson.
His hype was crazy. Like his freshman year was good. Like he went crazy freshman year.
Bro, he went.
But I feel like
he was crazy, bro. He was insane.
I
rewatched the Clemson Ohio State game when Taj Boyd was a quarterback.
Oof.
Oh my God. I had to reappreciate the man. I was just like, we had this guy and didn't go nowhere. Jeez, man. He was insane, bro. He was insane. Sammy Watkins was crazy. But then, like I said, you got Martavius Bryant. You got Amari Rogers. Heck, I mean, one of the greatest one of the best catches in Clemson history, Hunter Renfrow. I mean, it's just insane. But yeah, those are my 3. Am I missing anyone? Ooh, is T. Higgins better than Mike Williams? Wait, Lord, save it for another day.
T. Higgins. I don't know. T. Higgins is up there for me, actually.
Yeah,
T. Higgins
I
might
forgot
be
about
2.
T. I got T, then Nuke, then Sammy.
Yeah, I like that. I like Nuke, T, Sammy.
But Mike was crazy at Clemson too. Those back shoulder passes,
he
bro.
was really good.
And don't forget,
actually, you know what? You're right. I put Nuke, T, Mike Williams.
All right. Nuke, T, Mike Williams, because he was doing them back shoulder catches like crazy. And top, that nigga was everybody.
I need to hear Jonathan's answer to this. Actually.
Yeah, bro. Hey, you know what? Hey, next episode, let's make it all about Clemson and Georgia, and we talk about our all-time list from the quarterback to the receiver to the running back. We can do that. We can build our favorite defensive line if you want to.
We can draft all-time Clemson teams. 100%. Clemson, Georgia teams.
100%. But you know who my number 1 linebacker about to be?
Who?
Ben Boulware.
You tripping.
Ben Boulware.
You is a big tripping, boy.
Hey, but he was a general out there, cuz.
He was.
And you know who my defensive coordinator going to be?
Who?
Brent Venables, baby.
For sure.
Come on.
Yeah, actually, I had a conversation with the shout out to you guys who follow us on TikTok. Had a conversation with the guy on TikTok watching one of my videos for the TCU game. And he's an Oklahoma fan. And I was asking about his opinions of Venables' first year. And he's like, he knew it was going to be a shit show this year. But obviously Oklahoma lost 40 players and staff this year. Mm-hmm. So, like, I mean, that's a big turnaround, and especially being ranked 6th, it wasn't going to be that way. So we'll see how he's hopeful that if they're shit next year, then it's like, all right, we're done for. So,
but yeah, man,
that was cool.
We could do that later. But can I just say, we knew who we thought they were. Okay,
who's this about?
We knew because it happens every year. They play great. We think they're the new coming of Jesus.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
We knew who we thought they were.
I don't know, man. I see. Maybe this
But
might have
I
been
cannot take away from that Christian university. I can't take away from it because
that Christian University. That's
you
hilarious.
like that.
I like that.
You
No,
can't
I
take away from.
agree. But I agree to the point because Michigan, what they did this year, because of what they did to Ohio State, again, is what I think really, I think it sold me, right? Like it sold me so much. I was like, wow, like this Michigan team is for real. They play elite defense. They have a good run, a great running game. And the quarterback does enough to get the ball, and he's athletic, like literally the Georgia team of the Big Ten, right? It has the same remedy. I was like this, like I would love to see both of these two teams clash because I think it would be a boring game. Don't get me wrong, it would be a boring game, but it'll be hard hitting. It'll be the closest thing to like SEC type matchup, and I thought it'll be fun. And I thought John Harbaugh could finally have the opportunity to win this national championship this year. But that did not happen. This team did not show up at all. JJ McCarthy is fraudulent. Even what I think he possibly could be, he is super athletic. I think he got more speed than I thought he has. His arm ability, he threw some good balls. He threw some deep balls. Obviously, I don't think he should be the person to win you games, especially with the amount of talent you have in the backfield. Donovan Edwards is a freaking dog. Dude, maybe the first play of the game, busted that big-ass 60-yard run and just didn't score. Like it was tough. It was a lot of bad breaks that happened for Michigan, but they just got to be better. And now with John
100%.
Harbaugh looking to be NFL head coach this cycle, will Michigan still be the same team? Who will take over that Michigan team? Because that would be one of the most, to me, that's one of the most lucrative, sexy jobs right now.
A statement was released by DeMar's family. He is still in critical condition, and they are thankful for everything. But yeah, let me see real quick. I'm gonna do some more detailed stuff. He is on a ventilator, but he's improved 50% of oxygen, and he's working on being at 100%. He's still sedated. The main focus is recovering to breathe on his own and healing lungs. That's what's going on right now. So he's on a ventilator right now. I don't know. That's all I have. So he's on a ventilator, working on trying to be 100% okay with breathing. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good sign.
That is a good sign.
But he's using 50% of the ventilator, and he needed. Sorry. DeMar has a little lung damage, but he is now breathing using only 50% of the ventilator. So yeah, that's a good sign. That's what it is. This came out about an hour ago.
Okay. That's progress.
And his fund has just reached $5 million.
Wow, that's beautiful.
100%, man.
That's a beautiful thing.
I
can't wait for him to be able to see that. Like, I think I want to see that reaction, like of him seeing how much money he's raised for these kids, man. I think he's gonna have such a big impact, for sure. So, yeah, thank you for that update. That was
no worries, man. No worries, man.
That was good. But back to
the subject at hand.
Yeah, so John Harbaugh, I mean, he's getting some opportunities there's a team that he wants to coach. And whether or not they'll go with him, I'm not sure. Because I don't think I'm the biggest fan of it just for the optics sake, but he is a better option. That team in question is the Carolina Panthers. John Harbaugh, apparently, according to two sources, John Harbaugh is interested in becoming the Carolina Panthers head coach because he likes the roster. He likes the situation there. He likes that opposed to the Denver Broncos job just because of the fact they got to play against Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes twice a year. So, and a little bit more suitable. But, yeah, I mean, the Carolina roster is a good roster. Last week we were playing for a spot in the playoffs still. I think there's only a few holes that you need to fill. Obviously, one of the biggest holes is the quarterback position.
which is always the toughest. Ask the Washington Commanders, and so we'll see. Like, I really like the job that Steve Wilkes has done with the Carolina Panthers. He got people to buy in. People really love him. He has that locker room. But will Steve Wilkes be on the short end of the stick again for a third time? There's a good chance he will. I really wish that they would give him a good consideration. Obviously, if he would have made the playoffs, it would have been an easy decision to keep him, but that didn't happen. So we shall see. His fate should be up in the air. I think he should be able to. He should interview for it. It should be a strong consideration. But if the Carolina Panthers were to go with another college coach, which right after they did the failed experiment with Matt Rule, it's not the best optics. Yes, I understand that John Harbaugh does have NFL head coaching experience.
Right.
He did well. He made it to the Super Bowl, and he went back to college. So it's like various circumstances, but it's almost just repeating, recycle, repeat, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like, he is a capable dude. He understands the landscape.
Dude.
Put on a cracker, dude. So yeah, like I still don't. I think John Harbaugh is a good coach. I think he would be a good person to have in your building. But for the Carolina Panthers, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Does Indianapolis Colts possibly be an option? Who knows? Jim Irsay is a freaking lunatic. Yeah, I don't like. There's a chance that Jeff Saturday could retain that job, which, whatever, they have a lot of
whatever,
and then so right now we got 3 jobs open. We got the Denver Broncos, we got the Indianapolis Colts, and we got the Carolina Panthers. What other jobs possible? Because Black Monday is coming up. We're about a week away from Black Monday. So what coaches will possibly get the hook? What GMs? And as of right now, I don't see too many more. I want it to be, listen, I hate saying this, but I want it to be Ron Rivera. What he's done in this team is not good enough, but I understand the fact that he'll probably be here for at least another year because of the fact that we are going through a sale and the owner doesn't want to do anything. He's just getting the fuck out, getting his money, and he's gone. So I understand that we're going to have to deal with another year with this bullshit, and it's fine. As long as Dan Snyder sells the team in March of this year, I'm happy. This will be a great year for me. I can wait another season. The Houston Texans probably be the only team I can see really firing a coach. A surprise firing, but not really a surprise firing, could possibly be Brandon Staley of the Los Angeles Chargers or possibly Mike McDaniels of the Miami Dolphins. Just in fact, because that these 2 teams are low-key have interest in Sean Payton. But I think with the asking price that the Saints are trying to get if you want to acquire Sean Payton's services will be too high. There was at least a first-round pick, and I ain't paying a first-round pick for Sean Payton. I can wait it out. And then also another job I could see possibly that could come up in the air, depending on how they play in the first round of playoffs, would be Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys.
Ooh.
I can see that being a job that could spring open. But other than that, we had a lot of jobs open last season, and a lot got filled, and and we're here now. I mean, possibly Josh McDaniels, but the only reason why Josh McDaniels is probably safe for a while is that Cliff Kingsbury could just walk away, so that could happen. Josh McDaniels could stay because of the fact that the Las Vegas Raiders have no money, so they literally have no cash to actually pay people. This is a proven fact, and so they're just gonna they'll do what the Cincinnati Bengals do and just pay.
Can you
pay
hear
out that contract? Just now I could hear it.
Okay, Jesus Christ, I don't know what's going on downstairs.
But Cliff is an interesting one. That situation is like burning fire because that's the thing. Kyler Murray could get Josh Rosen. You know what that means?
Oh,
Josh Rosen,
they could pick up another
was-
quarterback and then
they
him
could
push
go
him
for
out.
because they got a top 5 pick.
But I also
get rid of
think
Cliff.
though. Go ahead. Sorry.
They got rid of Cliff. They get rid of Cliff. You get rid of the GM. Fresh start. That's not my quarterback. And he's coming back from blowing out his knee. So you don't know what. And biggest thing about Kyler is his mobility. And if he can't run as effective as he is, and he's not going to be ready for the start of the season either. So
Tyler to Atlanta. I'd love to say. I'd do some things for that to happen.
I think most likely Kyler to the MLB, to be honest with you. It just depends on how you rehab the injury.
What's weird is I don't know why, but you know what coach I could see there?
What coach?
I can see Harbaugh there. I don't know why, but I can see it.
See, that's the thing.
Think about it. He has the receivers. They have a great receiving core.
They
great
do.
with
But
Robbie.
Harbaugh's a big run to the ball guy.
James Conner is killer.
He's good. Don't get me wrong.
I say, don't disrespect though. That's my second favorite team.
Oh, brother. Listen, so the thing is too, right? Again, this is about trends in the NFL. Teams, when they do one decision, they try to correct it. So you got to think about corrective behavior with these NFL teams and NFL franchises. So the Carolina Panthers hired a college coach last time. The Arizona Cardinals, Cliff Kingsbury came from college as well. Yes, I get it. Like Harbaugh has NFL experience as well, but at the same time, that's like hiring another coach from college when it didn't work out before, right?
Do you think
it's like
Frost gets another NFL job?
Frost?
Isn't that the guy from Nebraska?
Oh, an NFL job or college job?
NFL job.
Scott?
You know the NFL. You know NFL. They do some wild stuff.
I mean, he'll come on as like an analyst. He'll get an opportunity to coach like a position group if he wants to do that. Like he's still getting paid out by Nebraska, I'm pretty sure. I think for at least a year. I think they just re-upped him maybe a year or two before he got fired this year. But I mean, I don't know. Like he'll probably find like a small school. I don't see him going to NFL. I feel like he still wants to coach. If anything, he might he'll be like an OC somewhere. Like I can see him being an OC at like Alabama or something like that. If Bill O'Brien decides to go back to the NFL to go be the offensive coordinator for the Patriots.
Okay. All right. All right.
Let's go back to college football. Let's talk about Michigan and TCU game was probably one of the craziest semifinal games of all time watching it. TCU is a dangerous team.
100%.
Right? And the way I didn't think they had the fire. Like I knew their offense was good, but that defense and the way that defense responded, like I honestly thought because they ran a 3-3-5 and there was lots. I was talking about that on broadcast. Like, bro, you're gonna get pounded up trying to run this shit. But like, they were aggressive. They dominated the line of scrimmage. They got 2 pick sixes. Like, they got turnovers. They played electric. They played a perfect game. And the question is, can you strike lightning twice in a bottle? Because in Hollywood, California, the dogs are gonna come. It's gonna be TCU versus Georgia, man. And this is kind of the similar test to what Georgia had last week. But the thing is, TCU is more of a spread run the ball way better than they can pass the ball. Like Ohio State had way more weapons that you were concerned about versus TCU. Quentin Johnson, who's easily going to be a first-round wide receiver, 6'5", can run 4.3. Dude's a freak, great athlete. He's pretty high up on my board as well this year.
100%.
He's going to be a problem, but Keely Ringo, you got him on him. Like we got some corners that can shut it down, and I think Georgia's has really solid run defense, and so like it should be interesting. Like I think this matchup fits more for sure for the Georgia Bulldogs, but again, TCU has this big chip on their shoulder, and they're hungry for this. So it's like it's hard to underestimate that chip on someone's shoulder because the way TCU came out, because they were doubted everywhere, including me. But I like Max Duggan. Max Duggan it's like also an interesting quarterback prospect I like as well for the draft. And he's carrying this team single-handedly.
like he got that team on his back and he is running it. And I love it.
I hope he doesn't do that on
seeing
the
it.
field because the last man did that on the field. But don't do that on the field.
But the last guy who did that also won a Heisman. And he was second place. So instead of winning the Heisman, who replaced the Heisman trophy for a national championship?
Who are you talking about who did that? Who are you talking about?
Baker Mayfield.
Oh no. The guy Drew something from Missouri.
Drew Lock.
Yeah, remember he did that against that one team. He did all that, and then he got rocked, and then they didn't do nothing after that. Yeah. I can agree with you, man. Like they were very doubted. I doubted them. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I mean, there's no need to lie. But they had something, and at times like this, right? Caleb Williams won Heisman, correct?
Yep. Dog.
But I wish they waited till after the playoff games to do it, because Max Duggan deserves one. CJ Stroud, oh my God, stock raised up. He might be the number one quarterback off the board.
See, here's a little insider football. He was already my number one quarterback off the board.
Oh, he was my number one too.
But
after we watched that thing on him,
but this only helps put him more in the mainstream look, because obviously Ohio State has a stigma about their quarterbacks, right? And the fact that he was able to put on this performance, and then also, I think the biggest thing about his performance, I don't think enough people are talking about, is his ability to run the football. Because CJ Stroud did not run the football for the last 2 years at Ohio State. He did not
because he didn't want to be labeled as a running quarterback, and that's the thing. That's
but
what.
No, that's not even the thing. That wasn't even like the question. We know his arm talent was out of the wall. He started getting the oak tree talks about. He just, he can move a little bit, but can he really escape the pocket? Because you didn't really see it. And then all of a sudden in Georgia, the long con, he didn't do it. And then he set up for this big game, the biggest game of his career, and rushing for these big time first downs and showing he's way more athletic than you expect. I mean, dude, like he's tough, easily first off the board for me.
100%.
But there's something about Bryce Young, though. I give him that, like, they're like 1A, 1B for me. Will Levis is not even my fuck Will Levis. But anyways.
Hey man, how do you feel about your boy? Bo Nix coming back for another year. Get the Bo train coming, because it's chicka.
I'm excited, dude. I'm going to wave the flag for Pac-12 football until I can't anymore. Until USC, UCLA goes to the Big 12, Big 10. But like Pac-12 football,
Oregon State. Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. The Pac-12 is going to be one of the most exciting leagues to watch. If you look at it, right? Look at all the quarterbacks that are in the Pac-12. You got Caleb Williams, you got Bo Nix, you got Michael Phoenix, you got we'll see who's going to be the starting quarterback at UCLA. They got a stud 5-star coming in.
You got DJ Uiagalelei.
DJ Ugabadugi at Oregon State. You got Cam Rising at Utah. You got Shedeur Sanders at Colorado now. Like, there's so many storylines. That's 6 right there out of the 12. Half of the teams have star quarterbacks that are in Heisman contention next year.
So you just said DJ is a star quarterback. Thank you.
Whatever. He's a 5-star. He's a 5-star quarterback. He was in Heisman contention early in the season when he was playing this year. He showed me something. But and this Utah State team is good, bro. Like, I don't think people understand how good Utah State was this year, because they're the only team that has held USC to under 20 points this season. Hear that again? Let me say that again for you people who are not really listening. Not Utah State. Oregon State. I've been saying it wrong. I had to say it again for myself. Oregon State is the only team to hold USC to under 20 points. And they almost beat them. It was a late mistake late in the game, bro. That's a good team. That defense is elite. Like Oregon State, Utah, best defense in the league in the Pac-12. I mean, obviously not after the last night's game against Penn State. Now we don't want to talk about that. But the Pac-12 is a lot of fun to watch, man. They just stay up late to watch it.
That game was such a shocker. That game was such a shocker.
Yeah, and then Penn State just kept putting it on. I said, once Cam Rising got hurt, that was it. That's the second year in a row he got hurt in the Rose Bowl, man. Like he needs to play in any other game but the Rose Bowl, and he might be all right. Cam Rising's a dog. I like him a lot. I actually think 2024 draft class is probably going to be way better than this year's draft class. A lot of guys didn't come out this year, so especially, I mean, there's going to be a lot of really good quarterbacks. Obviously, Grayson McCall, Caleb May. Oh, Jesus Christ. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Grayson McCall, Michael Felix, KJ Jefferson, Bo Nix. There's a lot of guys that could come out next year. Drake May might even stay for another year after that, to be honest.
Drake May. Yo, I remember the commentators saying like Drake May could walk in and start on 85% of any D1 team in America.
He's that damn good.
He is good.
I didn't realize he was 6'4".
I kept telling you, bro. He's tall, bro.
He
has
doesn't
a long
look that
torso.
tall. And he's skinny. He's so
torso.
light in the ass. That's his big thing. He got to put on some weight. That would help me feel more. But he's a freshman. He's a freshman, but he's like a redshirt freshman, so he could come out next year. So yeah, I'm excited. I think Drake May's going to put on. I just need this North Carolina team to do well, man. I need this North Carolina team to build around him, get a fucking defensive coordinator, rebuild this defense. Like Drake May deserves to be playing for ACC championships, deserves to be playing for big time bowl games. North Carolina versus UCLA. No, it was North Carolina versus Oregon in the Holiday Bowl. One of the best bowl games out. Like Drake May showed that he's good. Bo Nix didn't have his best game, but Bo Nix came through and won the game for them at the end of the game. Phenomenal bowl game. Phenomenal.
100%.
Yeah. All right. Final words. Here it is. TCU, Georgia, national championship game. Christian, who you got?
I'm going to pull it you right quick. Come on, son. Come on, son. How you gonna ask me a question like that, son? You know who I'm rocking with. Stoquavia.
Yeah,
I hate Kirby Smart, but I love Stoquavius.
Bro, I don't know how you can hate Kirby Smart.
Bowl cut, that's why. Upgrade your haircut, son.
He looked like a bulldog. But hey, man, like Kirby got so much swag. Players love him. I think he's truly building something spectacular, and it is so awesome to see him doing it at his alma mater. And I think that's what's so awesome, right? Like he played corner at Georgia and was able to come back after being with elite Alabama teams, and now he's getting this opportunity to do it. And I hope Dan Lanning does that in Oregon. Like Dan Lanning is a hell of a defensive coordinator. He's a hell of a recruiter. He's already got this Oregon team looking great. Also, shout out to Bo Nix's brother from Troy transferring to Oregon to play with his brother, adopted brother, because he's black.
Still a brother.
He's still his brother. He is a brother for sure. But
you would point that out, Georgia fan.
Well, okay, and I just wanted to, for context for people who don't realize, he's adopted. Don't want people thinking Bo Nix is black. He's far from it.
He is. He's invited to my cookout any day.
He's invited to my cookout too. But yeah, you got Georgia. All right, final words before we sign off.
Yeah, everybody try to keep prayers in good spirit for DeMar, please. So we gotta do better. The league has to do better with holding, and we hold these NFL players to a standard, correct?
For sure.
And the thing is, we have to Damar Hamlin. We hold our NFL players to a standard. Oh, they gotta be on time. They gotta play the game. Get up, do whatever we say. And it's like, when it comes to their health, we gotta do better. Gotta do better. I don't want it taking that long for people to get on the field. I don't want it that long to maybe not give us updates, but give the team updates. And when something like that happens, you shouldn't ask the coaches, hey, do you still want to play? No. Think of it as if that was your son on the field and you had another son. If you had two sons playing, right? And that happened to one of your sons and the other one was okay to play. Would you want the other son there? Or would you want him with your brother? Would you want him going on, checking on him? That's how these teams are built. A brotherhood. You got to do better. You got to do better. Even with the Tua thing, you got to do better. We got to do better. I know Tua's out right now, but you got to do better. You want all of us, you want all people who play sports and you drill in their mind, they got to be tough. They got to be strong. You got to do better. There comes a point where health is the only thing we're born with. Maybe not be good health. It may be bad health or good health, but health is the only thing we're born with. And it's up to us to whether we keep it or we don't. But then when you put your life on the line for a game and people getting paid millions of dollars and some fans were upset or whatever, and just we got to do better, man, because who knows what Tua is going to look like in 30 years, mind-wise. Who knows if DeMar is going to be able to step foot out of the hospital ever again. I'm not saying that he won't. I'm just saying you don't know. And then what do you do? Because at that time, you don't need to ask the coaches, hey, do you guys want to play? No, don't give them the option. That was your time to set up and be like, you know what, we're not playing this. But no, you took a step. In my mind, you took a step back because you asked the coaches. The NFL pays these players millions and millions of dollars to put their bodies on the line every day. And the ones who are profiting, the owners, Roger Goodell, the ones who are profiting are not doing anything. All they're doing is signing papers, writing checks. CJ, you can sign papers and write checks. Nothing against you. I can sign papers and write checks. But we got to do better. Put yourself in a position as these players. And I personally believe there has to be a major hospital near every stadium.
There is.
Or even a helicopter or whatever it may be. We got to be faster with this stuff. Have more technology on the field or whatever it may be. Portable stuff. Maybe we're not there technology-wise. I don't know. But we got to do better. Got to do better.
The crazy thing about what happened last night is that this is like one of the third craziest situations that happened at Cincinnati Stadium.
Even
because
the Steelers thing,
had his concussion. Yep, Tua's concussion that happened this year that knocked him out on Thursday Night Football was against Cincinnati in Cincinnati, and Ryan Shazier became paralyzed at Cincinnati in Cincinnati. And that Trauma Center has seen it a lot, but Ryan Shazier says it's one of the best in the country. So I mean, if anything, that could be a silver lining. I understand your point. I'm not your point at all. I feel like the response for everything was good. I feel like they did well. Obviously, they had no idea what the hell they were doing. Not what they were doing, like what to do, because it's such a. I mean, we don't see this often, right? Like that. It was such.
You got to put yourself in a position to be prepared for it. Is what I'm saying. Like, granted, thank God, in my mind, it was just like I kept replaying I kept watching the play over and over again, right? Luckily, he was closest to the Bills' sidelines. If he was on the other sideline, that was like my only thought. What would have happened?
Yeah, I mean, both trainers do. They do keep a lookout. Like their trainers, they do their best to respond as fast as possible. Obviously, there's a lot going on the sidelines. But yeah, I mean, I feel like they did a good situation. They was able to administer CPR pretty fast. They got the ambulance out on the field really quick. That's like especially in that situation, they responded. So I mean, it's good to see. Like I think it's one of those things too, where it's like you do those preparedness like drills, but it's like this is like now you're putting those preparedness drills to action. So it's like really making sure they're like obviously the NFL is going to like with the amount of shit that's about to go down from this, they're going to make sure and sure they can have a even more faster response because of the PR from this. But they will get better from it. They have to. They're $1 billion company. They can't
100%.
risk a lot of this shit.
And it is nothing to knock anybody either. Like I wouldn't try to knock anybody. It's just I could only imagine. I can't imagine at all because obviously me and you aren't parents. But I can imagine, just watching that, not knowing what's going on, and I'm in my room watching it, and I'm just like, at the time, and I'll be honest with it. I'm not afraid because I'm a grown man. I'm not afraid. At the time when it happens, you're like, all right, man, get up, because in my mind, I'm in fantasy football mode. Like I'm like, dang, T. Higgins just caught the ball, and he only got 20 points to beat me, and then you're like, okay, like, all right, maybe he broke a leg or something. Okay, cool, like and then you hear the CPR thing, and then you're like, oh,
that's what got real.
This is different. This is not what we thought it was. This is something different. And I'm not ashamed because like my mind works like everybody else who watches sports. I'm competitive. This is my second year doing fantasy football. I'm just interested in fantasy football, and I'm trying to see if I'm going to win or lose last night. And I'm telling dude, get up. And then I realized, okay, this is deeper than what it is. Because then I realized if it was a broken leg, they would have brought out maybe the tractor, like the little tractor thing.
Yeah.
And then they talk about I see the back brace board and everything, and I'm like, oh, this is getting serious. But yeah, and even with the Skip Bayless thing, I don't know what he said.
That's the next thing
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched any of it yet. Because apparently he did something out, and Shannon Sharp wasn't on the show because of what Skip said.
Yes.
So I'm interested in watching on what happened. I personally don't want to speak on it because I don't know what happened.
Well,
but what he said was very, very distasteful, but also apparently people didn't read the full tweet. Maybe I don't know.
See,
but yeah,
with what he tweeted. Here's the biggest thing. There's a couple different things that are a little bit convoluted. His tweet, you can tell with his tweet, he was writing how he would try to talk, and it was a little like in the middle. It was a little bit. You could tell it was a little weird of how he wrote it, but the perception of what he said did not go over well. Then when he tried to take it back or apologize, it wasn't a real apology. He was mostly mad. Or he tried to like get at people for misinterpreting his tweet. Right. So it wasn't even, I'm sorry that people got the wrong idea of what I said. I didn't mean that at all whatsoever in the context it is. He just never apologized. And then he did the same thing on his show. And obviously, I don't know if that is the reason why Shannon Sharp didn't make the show or not. Mm-hmm. But obviously he could have ruffled some feathers because of the fact that he stood his ground. And just there's like an easy way to just brush this off was just like, you know what? I didn't mean to say that. Delete the tweet. I apologize for what I said. That was insensitive for me. Obviously, and the way he said everything is because that's the thing. Everything is in the court of public opinion, and it depends how you say things. And that's a big thing. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Everything it sounds different. You gotta be able to beat it, and that's why I think a lot of people didn't like what Skip Bayless had, like how he said a lot of his quote unquote apologies, and so I think that was just big distasteful. A lot of people are trying to ban it and trying to get him fired, but we'll see what happens with that situation. I mean, Skip has been doing this shit for years, man, and if this is the final nail in the coffin, we'll see. But I mean, I don't condone what he said. I'm not saying I don't. It's like, it's just terrible timing. Like, bro, like you're talking about the game. You're going to talk about the game being restarted or suspended during a time where the only thing that should be really on people's mind is the health.
Facts, 100%, man. 100%.
And so that's 100%. What it was just terrible timing, just very just misguided, and so. But yeah.
No worries, man. Yeah, man. we're praying for his family, praying for him, and most of all, just hope he makes it out. And people don't forget to pray for T. Higgins as well. You don't know what something like that could do to someone's mind. Even the smallest things can hurt or break someone and stuff like that. So let's pray for him as well. Just to make sure he keeps his mental right, because that's a lot of weight probably weighing on him right now. That's my closing remarks. Let's be better than yesterday. Let's be better than today. Let's pray. Let's come together. Because we do love the game of football, and football has brought us many joys and a lot of ups and downs, but positive ups and downs.
Sure.
But we are all blessed to be able to watch this, and those players are even more blessed to be able to play the game at that high level. And I hope this shows people, like, players are people. They are people as well. And the only thing I don't like about the situation is all these news people outside the hospital.
Yeah.
Let them be. You will know what happens. They will inform you.
But that's the thing; they have to be there. I get it. It's the terrible part about media, right? It's like someone has to be there to break the news, right? And so it's unfortunate. It is ugly, obviously, but there was also a lot of fans out there that were showing support and love. I think Stephon Diggs was trying to get into the hospital. I think the police tried to
let
stop
him right in. No, they let him right in.
Yeah, well, they gave him some issues at first because they was like, nah, you can't be up here, and because obviously there was a lot of fans out there, so they you want to protect the area as best they can, especially what happened so publicly. So, yeah,
for sure, man, for sure. But yeah, man, the game is, what day is the championship game?
January 9th, the national championship for.
Jeez, that's so close.
Yeah, next Monday, man. We're right
I
here.
remember we used to wait forever for a championship game. Now it just seems like it's next week.
Yeah, it's like 10 days. It is next week, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You get 10 days to recover. Like, you get if you make it through the first game, like, you get 30 days to prepare for both games if you get lucky to be able to do it. I'm excited for it. Depending on, will there be a watch along? I'm not sure.
Is it a Saturday?
It's a Monday. That championship's always on a Monday night.
Ugh. I don't know if we'll do a watch along. I think that's something you should enjoy by yourself, man. And we can do like reactions throughout the video. Actually, I hate to pile on family. I'll say this. I will give a reaction update during halftime of what I'm thinking, and CJ can give his, and that'll be cool just to let out each one by ourselves, and that'll be something cool we can do. And you guys give a share thought. I'm ready to do some watch along with basketball. Honestly, like, football has just mentally drained me this year, and I'm letting everyone know now. I am in the Super Bowl of our Dynasty League, but after I win or lose, I'm selling my team and I'm retiring from fantasy football forever.
Brother. You're not gonna leave. You started a dynasty, bro. You think about it. You're the first ever Live Clean Dynasty champion. You think we're just gonna let you leave? We got to get our lick back.
Well, so you sound like them owners. You think we're just gonna let you leave?
You think you can just walk out of here?
Nobody. I picked your talents.
I'm excited, man. I'm glad. See, that's the thing. I'm happy that you have really gotten into fantasy football because, listen, the Albany Booty Clappers are coming to get our lick back this year because I'm excited for fantasy baseball this year.
So you want to do fantasy baseball again?
Look, I'm declaring right now. I do declare that the Albany Booty Clappers, you be able to get your merch when the season starts this year. Then we're coming for the championship. And who knows? We might even do a dynasty.
Right? I'll ask the guys if they want to do a dynasty.
I'm not doing a dynasty with the players we already got. We start fresh.
Yeah, 100%. But you know what I'll do? Actually, this is what I'll do. We'll do a draft, right?
Yeah.
But I want you to be able to keep 2 players on your team.
So we're doing a keeper, not a dynasty.
No, we're going to do a dynasty, but I'm gonna let everyone know. Don't draft this person. This person is going to such and such and such and such. You get to keep 2 people on your team. That's what I'm going to do.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes. Because I want you guys to
That's
be
not
able.
fair.
What you mean?
We got to start clean.
I'm not giving up Aaron Judge. I'm not giving him
We
up.
got to start clean.
I
God.
like my pitching core.
Obviously, you went to the championship game. I get it.
I didn't get
It's a new year, Bucko.
Oh, did I go to the championship?
It was you and Jonathan, wasn't it?
No. Jonathan played someone else. I lost to Jonathan to go to the World Series. See, yeah.
Even still, no, Bucko. That's
That's
not going to happen.
actually,
See,
guys.
how many people? I want to do a bigger league, but I don't. Let's think. I don't know enough people who would play.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause you
obviously
gotta
the same
think, man,
people.
there was a lot of even with our people that we were playing with, like
They kind of zoned
and
out.
shout out to wow, I'm forgetting his name. Shout out to Noah, the red man. Dude, he started off the season terrible and just went on a tear.
Straight tear.
And he didn't
bro.
even draft his guys. He was something messed
All
up with his app,
pickups.
man. And he just went in.
Oh, that's true.
free
Yeah, it was
agency.
auto draft.
Yeah, and he just went in free agency and killed it and just picked up people and dropped people every week. And he moneyballed it. Honestly, he did moneyballed it. He did a great job. And Eric, who's in our league, he was the guy who was just killing everybody.
Yeah,
I think he maybe had like 3 or 4 losses.
bro, I remember that week he had the bye week. He put up like 900 points that week or
so
some shit
many
like that.
points,
I
bro.
was like, oh my god!
Everybody else averaging 400. He went to
I know,
900.
500. If we get 500, ooh, like my team was going crazy, but his team went up like 800. Like it was like, huh? Like everybody was going off that week, bro.
100%.
But like it was
If
fun.
we're-
Like
oh yeah,
like we do fantasy hockey. I'm not really into it.
I don't even
We
watch
tried it.
I
We
asked,
just
I
tried
asked, I asked, oh boy, if he wants his players still. He was like, nah, it's okay. I said, okay. It's clearly he didn't really want him.
Yeah,
He just wanted.
he only
his
cared at the
players.
beginning when we all cared, but now
Yeah.
it's like we don't give a fuck.
I haven't
Unless
checked that
it's
guy
like
forever.
I check it every day actually, and my team is ass. My team is the last place team, but I had a
No
100-point
way.
deficit. I'm the last place team. I had a 100-point deficit from you, I think, but I cut it down like 60. So
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
coming.
man. If you're watching this, actually, if you're a baseball person, give us a little comment on like on the video on YouTube or Twitch. Maybe we can go back and look at it. And if you want to join our league, our fantasy baseball league, please come on. We would love to have fans in it. Maybe we can do 2 leagues, one based us against fans, and then we'll have our regular dynasty league with other people. Or if you're a podcast person, do sports podcasts like us, heck, we can do a sports podcast dynasty league or a sportscast baseball league, and then
That's
we do
actually
like
kinda
our own
electric.
friends ones. You know what I'm saying? That'd be really
That's
cool to
electric.
do.
I'm down for as many leagues as possible because I am the
100%.
fantasy god. Every Spanish sport I'm out here doing. Premier League, NHL, NFL,
I haven't checked that guy in
NBA,
forever.
MLB. Oh, hell no. I ain't checked that
EPL.
shit.
I haven't checked
I
that
ain't
guy
checked
in a
that
long
shit,
time.
But I mean, the ones I really care about so far has been basketball, football, of course, and then baseball. Those are my top 3. I'm coming.
Matter of
baby.
fact,
I'm coming
I have
this
a
year.
guy. You know what? I'm going to see something real quick.
I know a guy too, but I don't think we all want him to play.
No, I'm thinking of someone. There's a guy I know who used to play for the River Dogs, but now he plays for Cincinnati Reds. I shot him a text, see if he was busy. I want to see if maybe he wants to get on sometime and chop it up with us and talk baseball. I know for sure he can't do fantasy baseball. That's definitely against
Yeah,
the
I think
rules. That's definitely against the rules.
we
we
play for
won't bring
Cincinnati
that
Reds.
So that's definitely against the rules, man.
Hey, I give you some tips, man. Get us a little MLB insider. That's all I need.
Oh,
How's
here
he
we
feeling?
go.
How's the arm feeling? Did he
Here
wake
we
up feeling
go.
dangerous? That's all I need to know. Did he wake up feeling dangerous?
For sure. It would be awesome, man. We all go to a game next year, man. We got to go to a game.
For sure. I mean,
Even if it's the Knights, I don't care. We
I
can go
for
to the
sure.
Knights.
I'm trying to work at the Knights Stadium
Oh,
because it's
dope.
really nice.
'Cause
They
I'd
also
rather-
got they also got the ice skating right now at the Knights Stadium.
Ooh,
It's
that's
really
what they're
beautiful.
doing in Tennessee too. But
Yeah.
all right, man, we got to get out of here, man. Well, I'm tired.
Get out
Fantasy baseball. If you want to join us, look us up on Twitter or look us up on here, Hate to Pylon on Twitter or YouTube or Twitch. Look us up. Tell us if you want to join. We can do whatever. And guys, something I always forget to say. If there's another group of podcast people that you like either on TikTok or YouTube or Twitch, tell them they should come not join us, but come chop it up with us.
Facts.
We're great for we would love to talk to them, talk
Down for
sports.
collabs.
You know what I'm saying? We could do a bunch of collabs. I'm trying to work on doing a collab for next football season or doing a collab even for baseball, with Chris and other podcast people we're trying to do. I'm trying to get Caroline in there.
Caroline. Hey, Caroline should be. Hopefully, Caroline, we can get her soon. Because
yeah,
we will be
shot her
talking about college basketball.
Oh yeah.
We just gotta plan it. We just can't. We can't hit her late.
Yeah, we can't, man. She got a real job out here. You know what I'm saying?
I saw her. She was just at the women's Kentucky basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
I think she just she lives over there now.
In Kentucky?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's dope. Thank God. Same time zone. But thanks, guys. I'm gonna send it over to CJ.
Thank you guys for watching Hate to Pylon tonight. We have talked about college football. We talked about NFL. We talked about MLB, fantasy, all the shenanigans here. But make sure if you really enjoy hanging out with us, you go ahead and subscribe at Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, all that at Hate to Pylon. And also, did you know we talked about it all show long? What a Dud podcast available now on all podcast platforms, and you can watch the video version on YouTube as well. You should follow, you should subscribe, you should like, comment, and share because we do some damn good content. And again, like Christian said, if you want us to collab with another group, tag them, let us know, because we want to work, we want to have debates, we want to talk. We are very versatile sports people, and we want to show that we are the best. I'm just kidding, all friendly, of course, but we're the best. No DJ Khaled. But until next time, everybody, make sure you watch What I Done. You listen to What I Done. You listen to Hate to Pylon. You subscribe. You follow. You do all of that. Tell your friends about us. Do you like us or whatever? Okay. But have a good night, everybody. Right, we love you so much. Happy 2023, and we will catch you next time. Peace out, guys.